Hey there gamers, and welcome to my third part of the Q&A series. Before we head into the questions, there are a couple of things I want to address first. And thanks for the submissions, by the way, I really appreciate it. I've could have done this video without you guys, But first things first, I've updated my games list to my website as I play plenty of other video games too than just PC and LOL. So I got a bunch of games for PlayStations, Wii U and other stuff, so you can go check it out on my website if interested. And also I got the anime list updated, as some of you have been questioning whether I like anime or not. And I got the list updated as well, so definitely go check it out if interested. And as for the next Let's Play, it's gonna be a straw poll now. I'm gonna let you guys decide from the 4 options I put that which Let's Play you want to see next. And I got pretty good options there. All of the games are for PlayStation 1, but there are good games, good classics. I definitely would like to play one of those. And as we move on to the Q&A now, I got some game on the background here, Ape Escape for the PlayStation 1. This is a game I didn't play at my childhood, but I got this recently and it's pretty nice. I started to kind of like it, so I have it on the background there. So enough bullshit, let's go to the point. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so let's move on to the questions. We first got some League of Legends oriented questions, then moved on to the general ones, so let's start. First question is from Janne Lammela, who asks, what is your favorite support champion? Okay, this is pretty easy one because I actually like many of supports like Thresh, Leona, Braum, Nami. All of those are pretty nice and satisfactory when doing successfully. But Blitzcrank is something else. He's really my favorite, even though he might not be the most viable one all the times, but you know that rocket crab, how satisfying it is. That one single crab can just game break it, or you can even throw it if your crab there a Mumu or something, but it's just the thrill with the rocket crab that just makes Blitzcrank my favorite. As we take the second question from AG, who asks, is there a champion you feel that has to be reworked? And if so, what type of new abilities would you like to see on that champion? Well, many of the champions have been reworked already that I've complained about, whether it's some of the bad abilities or bad ultimates. It just makes me laugh when I've done a top 10 video, for example, and I say something is bad, and then Riot changes later. It just makes me laugh, and it's just kind of proved me that I'm kind of right on those. But champion that should be reworked, I don't know, maybe Mordekaiser, because I haven't seen really many Mordekaisers, and he's just meh, blah blah blah. You just go there, no CC, you just go YOLO, and I don't know. I think Mordekaiser would love to get some rework. And if something would go reworking him, I think he would need some CC first, or maybe some sort of escape, but I'd say some sort of CC, crowd control, for the Mordekaiser could change up things a bit, but as the current state, I think he's kind of weak, so I choose him for that. As I'm taking a look at the third question, that is from Luis Letitre, who asks, how much money have you wasted on League? Waste is a good way to say it, because it's waste indeed, almost. Well, some of the skins I could use on my videos and stuff, but when the League of Legends says free to play, it's beginner's trap, you know that, and I fell on that trap as well. I'd say around 1,000 euros I've spent on Riot points and stuff, buying some skins for myself, for my friends. For my 2 accounts I got the main and Smurf, Hepodix and YouTube on Europe West, so I'd say around 1,000. It's ridiculous, I know, but that's the game. That's beginner's trap, free to play my ass. But in the other hand, I've also played over 5 years almost, so it's how you put the things up. As I look at the next question, that is from Juho Hatakka, who asks, what do you think of Azir at the moment? Well, after the Azir video I did, I haven't played that much Azir, but as I noticed it while I was doing that video and seeing other performing it with Azir, I think he's kind of difficult to play in overall, because it's all about controlling those sand soldiers and using that passive correctly if you get the chance for it. I think it's kind of complicated at first sight, but as of now, I think Azir is just okay. Some people think he's bad. I don't think he's that bad, but he really needs some trial and error for success because of the Sand Soldier mechanism and kind of unique stuff that is going on with him. So he's pretty okay, but as I said, he needs training. As I'm snobbing around, the next question, that is from Kingy Thompson, who asks, what champions do you think need to be reworked, remodeled, or to have their splash arts updated? Well, I kind of answered the rework part with the Mordekaiser, but splash arts and stuff like that, I can't really say, because I'm kind of skeptical about it, as I've seen new splash arts coming up. Let's say Cassiopeia is kind of weird, and some other ones too. They're just, I can't really say whether I like it or not, because the game is kind of going into, in my opinion, on the Dota kind of direction, which is more like mature and dark sort of thing. When LoL used to be this cartoonish kind of thing back in 2009, 2010, it was more of this cartoon style thing, and that's what got me into LoL in the first place. And now that they changed the splash arts to some sort of more realistic style of thing, I can't really say whether I honestly like it or not. And I don't really have any hopes for a specific splash art rework, because I can't really say whether it's gonna be good or bad, because I'm very skeptical about it. So I'm just gonna pass this one up, saying that I just don't know. I just hope for the best that they won't screw up too many splash arts. As I'm taking a look at the next question, that is from Shadow Haza, who asks, how did you find about League of Legends? Well, first of all, I'm not 100% sure whether I'm already answered to this, but it was because of my friends. Back in late 2009, there was this game, some sort of League of Legends, like, yeah, Hepo, you must try it, you gotta play it, like, it looks pretty cool. And okay, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I went to give it a try with my friends. We went to custom game. I remember I was playing a Mumu, and my god, I sucked donkey dick at the time, because it was my first game, obviously. So, and then I played a couple more games, and okay, this is pretty decent, and then I got hooked. Now, 4 or 5 years later, I'm still playing the game, so... The last question regarding League of Legends is from Mitea Alin, who asks, what do you think about the Riot Company? Are they good or nah? Well, quite frankly, I think I have mixed opinions regarding the company itself that made League of Legends. The positive aspects, I think, is that the community has grown, the esports has grown, the game is just so big that it's definitely good for the company, so congrats for them for that. But as bad things, I think, yeah, some of the bad things has happened in the company, like, let's say, the splash arts that I was talking about earlier. I just don't think some of the splash arts really fit into the LoL's theme, the cartoonist theme. I just hope that it just doesn't go into, like, fully that Dota style thingy. It just pisses me off kind of bit, and I can't really say about any other bad things, but what they could improve, like, let's say, the replay system could be better. Like with the LoL replays, it's kind of annoying to track down the replays and record because it's very buggy. Riot should come up with their own replay system, so it will be, to us editors, much easier. But overall, the company's pretty okay. I have really nothing bad to say against, and it's their decisions to do the stuff, so I can't really blame it. It's just my opinion, so. Moving on to the general questions, first we got a question from Jonathan Arplo, who asks, do you like anime? And if so, which is your favorite? Okay, so as I was talking in the beginning of this video, I do like anime, and there are a bunch of series I do watch. Some of them are less favor, and some of them I like more. Currently ongoing series that I like to watch are One Piece, Fairy Tail, Naruto Shippuden. They're very good series all around, and some series that have been completed already, that all episodes have come out. Good ones, I could say Bleach, Hellsing, Hellsing Ultimate, Azumanga Daioh. There are just so many of those, so if you want to go see the full list, I've updated it so you can see which of the series I've seen. But there are plenty of goods, and in the anime industry there are very bad anime as well, so you just have to find good ones from the bunch and you'll be okay with that. And for particular favorite anime, I think for the all time being, the best anime I would say is the Naruto series, Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, because it was the anime I got introduced to the whole genre of anime, so... And it's still going on, so if I would have to say which is the best one, it will be that. As we look at the next question, that is from Matthias Norgard, who asks, do you play like World of Warcraft? Well, I do kinda like World of Warcraft because I used to play it before League of Legends, let's say around 2.5 to 3 years. It's a great game on its own aspects and MMO style. And for the time being now, the new retail is on, the Pandarian, the new expansion is coming up. I'm not really into those anymore, because the game has just changed too much from the good old to Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King days. So as for the current state, I'm not that interested anymore, because of the changes that happen in WoW, and also the League came in middle. But sometimes I do play on the private servers on Arena Tournament, where you can play those Wrath of Lich King era arenas, which is pretty cool as it brings nostalgia to me. All those same talents and gear and stuff like that. It's just pure blast, but for the retail version, not really interested, but the game is okay overall, and as for the future, I don't really know whether I'm gonna ever try the retail again. Who knows? As I move to the next question, that is from Nick Olas, who asks, why is the horse your logo? Well, it's pretty obvious that the logo is come from the horse mask, and also the M that stands on the hat. It's the Mario hat, so the logo is kind of cliche and it comes from that. And quite frankly, I'm a little skeptical about it using it in the future because I haven't been using the mask for a long time and stuff like that, so it maybe eventually will change up. But for the now time being, I'll stick up with the logo and maybe eventually in the future there will be something else up. Moving on to the next question, that is from Konsta Lindeval, who asks, what is your dream job? Well, to be honest, I really haven't think about it throughoutly, but I guess it will be either doing these videos for a longer time and being more successful, or just being a professional player. That will be nice, just traveling around overseas, playing some tournaments. That will be pretty dreamish for me, but whether that or just making down these videos, either one of those are very close to my heart, so. And now let's take a look at the last question, that is from Gasper Polsak, who asks, where do you see yourself in 2 years? Okay, to be honest, I don't really know because I ain't a freaking fortune teller, man, but where I see myself in 2 years, probably making these videos still, because this is my biggest inspire at the moment to do this and grow as a channel. So absolutely I hope for that the next couple of years and even more of that will be with the videos and just hanging around here. So that's all the questions for this time. Thanks for watching and thank you for the submissions. Remember to vote for the next Let's Play game, guys. My name is Hepodix and stay cool.